Hello, Double Takers, and welcome to the 5th episode of The Double Take. Every 5th episode, we've got something special in store, a new format, something we call Take 5, where each one of us shares our top 5 takes within a different topic. I'll go first. All right, so I'm excited for this. My top 5 list is top 5 letters in the alphabet. And I hope you guys are ready for this.
This is captivating.
I've got some strong opinions.
Oh, good.
Now, you might think that this would just be an easy, breezy A-E-I-O-U and call it a night. But no. Vowels are a cop-out.
Vowels are a cop-out, right? I mean, you have to buy them.
You do have to buy them. They're overused.
Right.
They're in every single word. Like, get over yourself.
Seriously.
Vowel. No.
Vowels are the Brendan Smith of the alphabet. 5th grade Brendan Smith.
All right. So we're going to start at number 5. The 5th best letter in the alphabet is Y.
Why?
Because it's sometimes a vowel. So you kind of get the vowel. It's vowel adjacent, but it's not. It's not a full-fledged vowel. And
it's bivowel.
Yeah, it's vowel curious. No, but it's utilitarian. It can be a vowel. It can be just a normal letter, but it just looks like a cool letter. It looks like a guy is celebrating, and we need more positivity in our lives.
It is definitely the most unique in that it can be both a consonant and a vowel. So, yes.
Yes, consonant is the word I was looking for. Thank you.
You're welcome. Gotcha.
So, okay, moving on. Number 4, R. Now the reason this made my top 5 list is because it's hard for kids to say.
That's true. And it's hilarious when they can't say their R's.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I have a son who's almost 4. He's turning 4 next week. He can say his R's, but not when it's preceded by a hard consonant, like a T or a C, for example. And so when he says truck, the T and R just kind of blend together because he has a hard time saying R.
Yeah.
They blend together to make a f sound. So
what does he say when he says truck?
So you can only imagine. So you can only imagine how he feels when his little brother takes his truck. So
another reason why R is also a great choice. It's a pirate's favorite letter.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
R.
What's a pirate's favorite restaurant?
Arbys.
No, IHOP.
Why?
Because he has a peg leg.
Oh.
Or why?
Aye.
Caden's reason was so much better than yours. Caden was legit saved that joke for you. And you could have just let that be the right joke answer. Okay.
Okay, so I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Y5, R4.
I don't know if I'm in agreement of any of it.
All right, well, stay tuned because it's about to get real.
Okay.
Number 3, G. And the reason I like G is because it's very dignified. You look at a capital G and you know that letter means business.
It does.
And it's not, but it also doesn't take itself too seriously because it can have a hard sound, it can have a soft sound. It's kind of like,
I feel like G goes boxing on the weekends and then goes to its piano recital after.
Totally.
Yeah.
G knows the finer things in life and it isn't afraid to indulge. It's also versatile.
Are you doing the Tinder profile for G right now?
And it just sounds cool. So, not to bring out my son again, but his name is Graham, and his obviously name starts with G, and it's just fun to call him G.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a fun letter.
It's also a great street name. Like sometimes I'll just see a brother walking up on me, and I'll be like, "What's up, G?"
Yeah,
and he's cool with it.
Totally.
Has that ever happened in your life?
So this wouldn't be a true top 5 list, alphabet top 5 list, if we didn't have one true vowel. I think you both know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, we do.
You.
It's got to be A.
It's got to be A. It's at the beginning for a reason.
It is the most elite of the vowels. It is at the beginning for a reason. It is just ubiquitous with the English language.
The most common word in the English language is
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
It shows up more than anyone else.
Mhm.
It shoulders more than anyone else. And it just does its job.
Yeah,
And you know what? I respect that.
I do too.
It's tough to beat A. I don't know how it ended up at the first, but I'm glad it did because it deserves that.
I'm also a big fan of letters that can be substitute to swear words or like shortening of swear words.
Yes.
And I love using A. Like, what a dumb A question.
Seriously.
Or like,
yeah.
look at that big A, you know?
I love saying that phrase. Look at that big A.
Just when I'm in Logan.
Okay.
Deep reference.
That is a deep cut. All right.
Caden, I'm edging my seat right now.
Okay.
Give up the number one.
The number one best letter in the alphabet is K.
That was
Hot
out of left
take.
field.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
What were you expecting?
Well, not K.
I don't know, like a
K and C are so similar. I'm just like, what's
Okay.
going on? K or C? Like, make up your mind.
Hear me out.
Okay.
K is better because it has that strong sound and it never wavers. C it's halfway there. Like I like G for this, but I kind of hold it against C because
It can be soft sometimes, like trace. You know,
yeah.
it goes from a hard sound to a real wimpy sound.
It's
fast.
real soft. It's real. I mean, why do we even need C? We have K and we have S. Now, I know this is somewhat controversial for me to talk about because my name starts with C. And I do like the letter C, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I just feel like K, from a pure letter standpoint, is objectively better.
Do you wish your name started with a K?
No. And I don't like the way Caden looks when it's spelled with a K.
like Kaydun.
Sure, that's one example.
K is also the hardest uppercase letter to draw.
But it just looks so cool. It looks like a guy with one leg out and one leg up, and he just is there. And it doesn't matter what letter is before or what letter is after. He's always going to come through with a K.
Yep, that's true. What's your favorite K word?
Oof.
5,
Putting
4,
me on the spot.
3, 2.
Kangaroo. Because it has almost all of my favorite letters,
That's true.
except for Y.
And anytime you can end with a double OO, that's pretty impressive. There's not, I mean, what's your taboo?
Moo. Moose.
End with it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh, that's tough. I can't think of one.
Igloo.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. But those are all fun words to say, and they all come back to the letter K.
They are.
Brought to you by Sesame Street.
All right, thank you guys. That's
That's a strong list. I didn't have a lot of disagreements there. I mean, I kind of wanted you to work in X and Z just because they're kind of the loners of the group.
they are loners, but I feel like, you know what? We don't need them.
Yeah.
It's tough to be an X these days.
It is hard because you think about all those children book authors where they try to do like something for every single letter, right? And then they get to X, and what are they doing?
It's either xylophone or X-ray.
100%.
Yeah, so thanks guys. I feel really strongly about that, and I appreciate the support.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able to get that off your chest.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm going to take a little top 5 here. Might be a little controversial, but I think I'll put a...
More controversial than Caden's list?
I think so.
Oh,
My list wasn't that controversial. I think we all agreed
no,
that
I
K
agree.
is the strongest letter.
I think that you'll have a little bit more, a few more opinions on this one. Top 5 fast food restaurants.
Okay, settle in.
Okay.
So
well,
we're
this is
classifying
easy.
fast food here as something that has a drive-through.
Okay. Easy.
Okay.
All right.
Let's hear them.
Starting at number 5, Wendy's.
Ugh. Pass.
Wendy's of like...
Have you guys had the breakfast yet?
It's pretty average.
It is very average. We had it the other day.
The Wendy's of the 1990s, I'm on board. And the early 2000s.
Into early 2000s
yeah,
even.
They led the dollar menu.
Clutch.
When they had the JBCs that were $1,
Yep.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, they made a nice resurgence with the spicy chicken nuggets. I was on board there. But Nate, I'm not. I don't know if I'm feeling it's top 5. What's your reasoning?
I just feel like it's good, solid food. You have the old, what's it called? The old timer?
The old fashioned?
The old fashioned?
The Baconator?
No, it's Dave's old fashioned.
Dave's old fashioned.
Dave's old fashioned burger. Man, I used to go get a triple stack if I was really feeling it.
Yeah.
The 4 for 4
those are
is the
good.
only thing that's keeping Wendy's relevant in my mind right now.
That is true. That is the best value for your dollar out there. This is the 4 for 4 without question. But they have the bad habit of their hamburgers getting smaller, like year over year. Like literally, it's like a Polly Pocket size.
What about
now.
those hand-cut fries, though?
Yeah, but I
like them.
I'll take
I think they're
McDonald's
good.
fries over. I'll take ChickfilA fries over. Like it's
it's
a right in the middle of the pack. Fast
Okay,
food
but you
place.
guys cannot deny the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger of the early 2000s. Even today,
It's
it's
2020,
good.
dude.
Yeah, that was the Kevin Garnett of fast food.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I used to go with my buddy Brendan. Never had any money, of course, when I went. He bought every JBC that I ever had growing up.
Yeah.
I probably still owe him more than $100 from how many we ate.
You could just skip the middleman and go right to his parents if you want.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna put
No,
so
that was
Wendy's.
his allowance for brushing his teeth.
Yeah. You know what? Brendan worked hard for his allowance.
Polish your puka shells, Brendan.
Okay, number 4,
I love you, Brendan.
McDonald's.
Has to be on the top 5.
Only
Yeah.
because of its breakfast menu. That they have been like relying on the laurels of their breakfast menu for a long time now.
Okay, fine. But if you go after 10, you're telling me you're not pumped to go there for a French fry?
Their French
How about
fries,
a quarter pounder?
No, the French fries are solid. I don't want to hear anything about the burgers. Their burgers are very average.
Caden,
French
you can't
fries?
deny a quarter pounder right now.
I'm not
A double quarter pounder
I'm
with
not
cheese.
a quarter pounder guy. I'm a Big Mac guy and just a cheeseburger. Just the small
But if you had to take a
cheeseburger
junior
that they
bacon
have.
cheeseburger or just one of their basic cheeseburgers, who are you going with?
McDonald's. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I agree. McDouble?
Disagree.
Oh, yeah. The McDouble.
Absolutely.
I do love the
That thing
McDouble.
got through high school.
I hate their little chopped
Spicy
little-
McChicken.
Oh, so good. So healthy,
Shamrock
too.
Shake. Seasonal right now. It's March.
Yeah, come on. Christian.
Not on board. I'm on board with the breakfast menu, and I understand they deserve a spot in this top 5 list on the breakfast menu alone because the McGriddle is one of the greatest inventions of this generation.
It's number 1.
The McGriddle is
Absolutely. It's so delicious. Okay.
Okay, I'm on board. I would have gone higher with McDonald's, to be honest, just
Really?
because I go there more than
Yeah.
anywhere else other than
You can't
Chick-fil-A,
deny the
probably.
app. Do you have the app?
I do not have the app.
Download the app, dude. It's
a life changer?
Yeah, it's like 99
Alright.
cents off every time you go. At least.
Oh.
Free fry, free sandwich.
The Happy Meal is top notch too. They still give toys.
Dude,
No
I
one else gives
stopped. I
toys.
stopped buying those Happy Meals years ago.
Why?
Tired of it. I'm just tired of these
They're also like $5
stupid
now.
toys that
No, they're
show up
not.
at my
They're like
house.
$4. They're $4.
They're getting more expensive every day.
I live off the dollar menu.
They're worth it.
Okay. This is gonna be hot here. I'm putting number 3, Arbys.
This is a polarizing take. I've decided with Arby's, people either love it or they hate it. It's kind of like Taco Bell in that regard, and it's very
Yeah,
polarizing.
I'm not a fan of Taco
Here's
Bell.
the thing: best French fries on the market are courtesy of Arby's.
Absolutely. Their curly fries?
was a game
No.
changer, best bang for your buck because
Absolutely. It's full of fries.
yeah, it twirls
It's
and so
novel.
it takes up more
That's
space.
it. It's not.
No, they're
No,
delicious.
you
kid.
guys just like it because it's a different shape.
No, they have a different taste to them. Definitely a different
absolutely.
taste. They're darker,
They're
more
so
crispy.
delicious. Okay, what do we? You go to
But
Arby's.
different doesn't mean it's
Okay,
better.
you
It's not
go
good.
to Arby's. You got $4.
I
What do you
consider
buy?
myself the foremost RB expert in the room. I worked there in high school,
Oh wow.
Yeah,
and I did used to like it, but it is not good.
it's Great. It's not good. It's great.
No,
It's
it is-
great. You get one of those curly fries and you act like a little slinky and you dump it right in that Arby's
That's what I'm
sauce.
saying. You only like it.
Oh, dude,
You
we're
guys
going
are
there
only
after
talking
this.
about the novelty of the curl.
Arby's got me through high school, okay? It got me through freaking high school.
It's
Arby's,
delicious.
Arby's catering
It's
is
absolutely
something.
delicious.
And-
It got through Caden through high school too.
Yeah,
It
literally,
did give me-
financially.
yeah, financially.
That
it got
Maggie
me through high
Moose.
school.
Shouts Maggie Moose.
Shout out Maggie Moose, R.I.P.
Also, they really brought it back with the Market Fresh. Because it used to just be kind of like dirty, gross sandwiches. And then they busted out the Market Fresh, and those were legitimately good sandwiches.
It's too expensive too. That's the thing. Arby's is just.
You used to be able to get the 4 for $4.
I do want to hear your you
So
have
when I worked there,
$4.
it was $5 for $5.95. I drove past the other day and noticed that it's $5 for $10.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
I remember the 5 for $5 deal.
Yeah, $5 for $5 was a great moment in time.
So I do want to hear. You have $4.
I can't
you cannot buy
a
fries.
single thing at Arby's.
Yes, you can.
No. You
Okay,
can't
so
buy a
$5.
sandwich.
Let's just say $5. You can buy one sandwich. What do you buy?
The only sandwich that's under $5.
No, you're buying that French dip, and you're dipping hard.
No, you cannot buy.
Yes, you can.
You cannot get anything for under $5
You
at
can
Arby's. You can't get a sandwich. You can't get an
Yes,
entree.
absolutely, you can. That is the dumbest. I could look at their menu. The majority of their sandwiches are under $5. You can actually get 2 for $5. That's what they advertise. You can get 2 Arby melts, which are not that great.
You can't
But
get
Arby's
two
melts.
good
That is my
sandwiches.
favorite thing.
Their cheese is terrible.
It's so good.
It's not even cheese.
Caden,
All
agree
right.
with me. It's
No,
it's
I-
delicious.
It's fine. I do like the horseradish
It's
sauce.
like Velveeta and water had a bastard child.
All right. We probably better move on here. I do love the melt. Number 2, ChickfilA.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay. This is where.
This is
it
where I
gets
thought
really
I'd get you.
controversial.
We might honestly have to just stop.
We riot.
here. How on earth, what heaven-forsaken organization is going to be in number 1? If you say Popeyes, I'm going to slap you in the face. So
No,
hard.
I'm not going to
I
say
have a
Popeyes.
feeling he's going to say Beto's or Rancheritos or something.
Come on,
Oh my gosh.
guys.
Chick-fil-A is objectively the greatest fast food place.
They've
Ever.
It's-
proven it with science.
Look, if I'm going anywhere, if I'm out of Utah and I have a choice, I'll go to Chick-fil-A for sure. I'll go to Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
So
If I have a choice, okay, and I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you. I mean, obviously, everybody loves the chicken. It's super consistent. It's really good. The seasonality of their shakes is amazing. The service is
the
great.
service is paramount.
It is.
Services.
And when they say "my pleasure," it just makes it
Makes
feel
you
better.
weak in the knees.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
yeah.
Honestly.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I can't even talk about this. Let's just.
Okay,
hear
are we
number
ready?
one.
Guys, shouts waffle fries, real quick.
Oh, Chick-fil-A
Shouts.
for life.
Shouts Chick-fil-A sauce.
I'm an aspiring Red member. I do have the Chick-fil-A app,
And
and I can't wait to get to Red status.
Breaking news: as of last week, Chick-fil-A has announced that they are going to start selling the
Their
bottles of their
sauce.
sauce.
Yes.
Bottles. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
guys.
so now I
you
don't
ready?
have to hoard 20 packets in my cupboards.
Right.
Okay, we ready for number 1?
Sure.
Honestly,
go
I've checked
ahead.
out.
Whatever.
Okay. JCW's.
Oh, I knew that was coming. Actually, I
Okay,
could
you
sense
cannot
Hey,
deny a
it. When
JCW's
you
bacon
said the
burger.
Utah thing,
2010 called. They want their top 10 5 list. JCW's has experienced a monumental downfall in the last 3 years. In
Oh my
quality.
gosh.
It's been
Christian-
noticed by everyone I've spoken to. They've all noticed that
No.
JCW's 4 years ago slapped. It slapped
Okay, so
real hard.
what's wrong with it? What's wrong? What happened?
I don't know. Like they got new
It's
ownership. They
absolutely
hired too many high school
delicious.
students. It's not as good anymore. It's not.
I haven't been
Nowhere
there
else can you get
since
a slab of bacon
the early aughts.
that is
I haven't
as
been
thick
there in-
as JCW's. Anywhere.
Number one, JCW's is barely fast food because you pay it's a combo meal. You're walking out of there $13, $14.
Okay.
Number two, service is terrible at JCW's.
I haven't been to JCW's in 13 years, and I could never go again and be perfectly happy with the rest
You
of
have
my
never.
life.
Caden, we're going this
No.
week.
No.
It's not great. Their burgers are
I've-
they used to be great. Now they are only good.
No, they are
You know
phenomenal.
what sucks
They're-
about
they're-
JCW's is their buns. Their buns are not good.
They're delicious.
Ugh.
They're
Buns
absolutely
kill-
delicious.
Buns make or break a burger
They
for
do.
me.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't been to JCW's in the last 3 years, I don't care what in the world Christian says, get there, get yourself a bacon blue cheese bacon burger. and have
Don't forget the bacon.
and have yourself a. Oh, they won't. They never do. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Let alone a shake.
No one you're talking about the last 3 years because they've all been at Chubby's, which far superior to JCW's.
No.
Right in the same line.
Talking about bread, that is the softest bun in the world, and it makes me uncomfortable to eat it.
It melts in your mouth.
It is sponsored by Chubby's. Okay. That's my top 5. I don't care what you guys think
right.
So
at
hot.
all.
A little controversial. We got through it. Thank you, Nate.
Okay.
Well done. My top 5 list is a little bit different, and it's a lot of bit personal.
Oh,
Good.
My top 5 list is top 5 people who deserve an apology from me. So this is...
I don't know that there's going to be a ton of disagreement here.
Well, no, I think there might be.
You
'cause there's
owe
a
an
lot-
apology to a lot of people.
There's a lot more than 5 people I owe an apology to. So this is both a top 5 list and a kind of a penance time.
Should
for me.
we just be silent bystanders here as
Let's
you
hear it.
apologize?
I'm excited for this.
Sure. Each one of these has a really quick story that I'm going to share with it. I'll try to go fast.
Love it.
But don't think I'm a terrible person because you might feel that way after I share these with you.
Oh, okay. I think I know who one person on your list
4 out
is.
of these 5 people will not listen to this podcast with certainty, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, number 5 was a young woman that we attended school with from grade school on to junior high on to high school. Was a completely wonderful person. Such a nice girl. Really cute, really popular. I am an idiot because in grade school, this is honestly one of my biggest regrets. We gave her the nickname Thunder Thighs. It was so dumb. She didn't even have mildly large thighs, but it was a nickname that went around, and I feel terrible about it. Also, grew up and became a straight dime.
Oh my God.
I'm just being objective here. Super cute girl, never gave me the time of day. Sure, it goes back to that, and if it wasn't for that, we'd have had. No,
Wow, it's got interesting.
cut this all out. But sincerest apology. You're a wonderful person. I apologize. Number 2,
Wow.
Laura Fraser. Ironically, all these are women. Laura Fraser was my next door neighbor growing up. Laura Fraser was a wonderful, very nice girl. Very pretty. She became a model after high school. Was she Victoria's Secret model for a time? I think she may have been.
Couldn't tell you. She's been very successful.
Very successful.
And
She is married to Ryan Braun, who is an MVP winner about 4 years ago of the MLB. So, Laura Fraser, owe you a huge apology. When we were walking back from the bus one day, there was a deer carcass on the side of the road.
Oh, no.
It had been like torn open, eaten by wild dogs, or at least Charlie. And while we were walking by, I nudged
Charlie's
her.
Christian's dog.
Yeah, shouts Charlie. R.I.P. I nudged Laura Fraser into the deer carcass, and she fell into the carcass.
No.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh.
And you never apologized?
I don't know if I ever apologized.
What did you do? Did you just walk away?
I'm pretty sure I ran. I just ran away.
Oh my gosh. And you just left her there for...
Honestly, I blanked out. I blacked out.
Oh.
It was one of the worst things I ever did. Laura Fraser.
Laura, I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
I am so sorry for you.
Number 3.
Oh man.
Just when you think it couldn't get any worse.
Oh man.
I owe an apology to...
Yes, you do.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm going to record this twice. Once in which I use her name. A second time in which I will not use her name. And we'll probably publish that version. So number 3...
How is this number 3?
Yeah.
Number 3, I need to give an apology to an unnamed woman who we went to high school with.
Oh my gosh.
This is literally the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life, and she has no idea to this day.
I'm still confused at how this is number 3.
Yeah. I don't know how it gets any worse.
Real
than
quick,
this.
in high school, all hanging out, we're in a large Suburban. Caden and I are in the back row of the Suburban. We pick up this girl. She's hanging out with us. Totally cute girl, super nice. For some reason, she brought her dinner with her into the car. It's a chicken pot pie. She is eating her chicken pot pie in the row in front of us. Caden and I are in the back seat, goofing along, just making jokes. Recently, like that week before, I had been, as always, working like a slave in my yard and had worked up a pretty good blister on my hand.
Right in the palm.
Right
like
in
a
the palm of the
$50 sized blister.
Giant blister.
Oh man.
It's got to the point where the blister has broken open and it is just really dry skin. So I'm showing Caden how cool it is for me to peel the blister off of my hand.
Gosh.
And I pull the blister off. It's a nice, really almost perfect circle, slightly larger than the size of a quarter. And I say, Caden,
it's a good size slice of skin. Here.
Yes. A lot of you probably know where this is going, and I'm sorry. I get the piece of skin and I put it on my thumb, and I look
like
over,
unto a quarter.
like into a quarter, and that was my pure objective. I was going to say, "Hey, Caden, check this out," and I was going to flip the piece of skin up in the air,
Like anyone would.
yeah, catch it in my hand and like fold it over my hand like I was flipping a coin, right? Like I was the freaking Two-Face or whatever. I flip it up in the air. It soars just like a rainbow arc right over his head. No, it's not. Sorry, right over this girl's head and lands plop right in the middle of her chicken pot pie.
And it's nighttime. And she had just gotten into the car.
Yeah.
She was just getting settled, wasn't looking at her food, flips it up, plops it in, door closes, lights go off. It's dark.
No one's the wiser. She has no idea.
She has no idea. No one else saw it. Christian and I are in the back seat, frozen.
Just staring at each other in pure horror, not knowing what to do.
Yeah, because you can't be like, hey, there's a blister in your pot
And
pie.
I just flicked a blister into your food.
Honestly, this was like a crossroads for me morally as a kid. I knew it was like a Goofus and Gallant situation where I could really be honest and own up to it and apologize and say, hey, let me buy you the chicken pot pie. Heaven knows I'm just not going to let her eat it.
It was homemade, I think.
It was homemade.
Yeah.
I said nothing. She ate that chicken pot pie right up. Heaven knows that that blister, like this color of it, it blended perfectly with that chicken pot pie.
Oh, sure. And it was dark. Even if she...
Could have just been an extra piece of gristle on the
she
chicken.
probably thought it was a little piece of chicken, honestly. So
Oh, man.
to this day, a little bit of me is inside of that girl. And honestly, the worst thing I ever done. I owe you, unnamed woman, I owe you my apology, sincere apology. Second to last on my list, my wife. Now, I owe my wife a million different apologies for a million different reasons, this podcast being one of them, and especially this episode. She is, if ever going to listen to this, she's hanging her head in shame and wondered, why did I marry this man? 2 weeks ago, we're getting ready for church. We are running late. She is curling my daughter's hair. It's taking way too long. It's 10 minutes after church starts. We're in the car leaving, and I look over to Bree and I say, do you curl Charlie's hair every day before church? And she says, no, of course not. You know that I don't. And I looked at her and I said, do you think that was maybe the reason we're late to church?
Oh, man.
It was the dumbest thing I ever said. As those words are coming out, I'm thinking, this is the most passive-aggressive thing I've ever said.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Needless to say, I have not been driving my Cadillac down her highway.
Oh, my God.
Lately.
Needless to say, the well has been dry. Actually, the well, I'm sure, is not dry. Just the bucket has not been dipped into the well.
Oh, my.
The bucket is dry. The well is doing just great. Nothing wrong with the well. Issues with the bucket. Okay. Last one, I'm going to flip it on you. Number one is not someone that I owe an apology to. It's someone who owes an apology to me.
Oh, perfect. Love it.
That is my mother, Nancy Jones. No middle name. If anyone knows my mother, she is one of the most wonderful people who's ever blessed this earth.
Nicest lady ever.
Straight angel. Amazing woman.
Straight from heaven.
Had 10
Absolutely.
children, never stopped smiling, has never said a mean thing about anyone. However, my mom did something to me that I believe has affected me to this day and is yet to apologize for it. Mom, you owe me an apology. When I was a junior in high school, I was going through a time where I was feeling a little bit down, didn't have a lot of energy, and my mom said, oh, hey, you should just take one of my multivitamins. Maybe you're just, deficient on some vitamins or something. So she starts giving me these vitamins for, 3-4 weeks, probably over a month. And I'm taking these vitamins and I'm just feeling really weird. I'm not going to lie, like kind of emotional, just strange. and they're just chalking it up to hormones. Oh, yeah. The problem was hormones. The problem was my mom was giving me her woman's supplement pill for over a month. My mom was poisoning me with estrogen for like a whole fortnight. To this day, first of all, people found out. They started calling me Estrie as a nickname in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We would have called you that.
Yeah. It was the kids in chamber choir. You don't really know. You weren't part of that. So to this day, I kind of wonder, like, how big would my penis be if I never taken estrogen? Like, did I do musical theater because of that? Of those
Shaped who
estrogen?
you were.
Yeah, so many different decisions in my life.
Wow.
Do I cry during the Notebook because my mom poisoned me with
Because
estrogen?
there's lingering traces of estrogen in you.
Yeah. Like, once it gets in, it just cycles. That's why they call it a cycle.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay. That was my too long, but those are my top 5 apologies.
Wow. It's a great list.
I'm glad we got that behind us. Thanks,
got it
guys.
Signing off.
Until next week.